Do you need me to drive?
You said you didn't want to
But
drive.
I said I could if you needed me to.
But I don't.
Charlie!
The man of the hour. Handsome. So glad you're here.
So where is everyone?
Everyone?
I believe the word on the invitation was celebration.
Well, we're celebrating.
With the people who make us happy.
We all remember the last time we were here. When we were together, we transcended. Everything disappeared. Who we are, or who we thought we were.
I would love for you to reach your point.
I want to capture that.
Capture what?
Connection.
He wanted to toy with the idea of two subjects as the final focal point in his last piece.
I thought the show was done.
So did I.
We aren't interested.
I meant no offense.
Let's eat and forget.
I'm in.
Boundaries are as invisible as the air right in front of you. But the difference is, without air, you die. If we're not willing to bleed for it, what's the point?
You are someone
We're not models.
Let alone nude models. I mean,
Could you imagine?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Boom! There you go. That was the trailer for Bight, available right now. Video on demand, all platforms. Go check it out. It's your boy KUYA P. This is Nerds Rule the World. Joining me to talk all things Bight, I have just some beautiful people. Y'all see them. You see it on the screen. I'm not sexy enough to be with these guys right now, but
Please.
I have writer, director, actor, Maiara Walsh, just a beautiful Brazilian. Let me just shout out to Brazil right now. I've got co-writer and actor Cameron Cowperthwaite, as well as actor Mark Hapka. Y'all, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for making me look good, because y'all look good right now. I'm sharing the screen with y'all right now. So thank you. How are you guys today?
Good, man. How are you doing?
Doing great.
I'm
Thanks for having
wonderful.
us.
Definitely. Thank you all for your time. Appreciate it. Bight, B-I-G-H-T. I'm a fellow actor. I know you guys have been acting for quite some time. Maiara, you've been doing the damn thing. How did you and Cameron and I believe Mark as well, kind of come together and decide, like, I'm gonna start doing my own thing, and because I feel like this is like your debut project, and you all had hands into all of this pieces of this pie that gave us Bight. If I could start with you, Maiara, how did Bight kick off?
Yeah, it was a major group effort. So I've known Mark for, I think, 18 years now, and we were roommates for 6 of those years. And Cameron and I met on a short film. How many years ago? 10, 9?
10.
10 years ago. So
Don't age us all now,
We were all fetuses back then.
yeah, so I mean, to set the stage, I think it was 2020, and I was like, I gotta direct something this year. It's gotta happen. And then I had a different script I wanted to direct that had, I don't know, a cast of 30 characters, and then COVID hit. And I was like, oh shit, this is not gonna happen. So like, what can we write with 4 characters in one location? I really wanted to write something meaty for Mark to dig his teeth into, because he's such a talented actor. And we were living together at the time. So we were like, all right, well, we've got this space. And then Cameron, I had been wanting to write with for years. And we were just always too busy and could never pin each other down. Mm-hmm. And finally lockdown hit, and it was like, all right, now or never. There's no excuse.
I love it. All right. So we get a little sexy in this joint. So deciding to go with something so sexy, and y'all beautiful, attractive people, so I think that's obvious transition. Let's make it a little bit sexy. How did we come to, okay, we wanted to work together, but the themes of Bight and exploring this. I cover exotica quite a bit. I've been I started actually filmmaking in the adult business before I started doing everything else. And I think some of the most beautiful people that also want to kind of be, I guess, in the, I hate that, there's different terminology, in the business, right? Because I think they're performers, people watch as much as they watch adult films as regular cinema, right?
Oh, yeah.
Although I hate using the word regular, and that's my problem. So choosing to that kind of crosses this, area. If I can go to you, Cameron.
Yeah, I think it was interesting because in our discussions when we were kind of coming up with ideas for the script and bouncing things off of each other, we were working in a position where we just didn't have like the name talent to suit, the recognizability that comes with some of these independent features, which is kind of funny when you even use the word like independent. You see some $25 million movie with like Mark Ruffalo and you're like, well, I mean, bro, like, come on. So in the true grassroots indie, we were trying to come up with something that could feel like edgy, new, divisive, like anything that would kind of pique interest outside of like the namesake that would be needed to kind of ground in indie in the kind of Sundance route that some people get to go when they have that notable or notoriety attributed to their film. So we were like, man, let's try to like push some boundaries. And Maiara actually had brought up the Shibari art form. So it kind of all stemmed from a conversation we had about like rope tying in this world. And she had sent me some images that were just like these huge extrapolations of like rope tying that looked almost like tree branches and like things that we couldn't hack on our budget. But like the beauty remained. And the kind of slow dive into the art form started to kind of help us formulate the sexy story. Yeah.
I love that. Maya, can you tag team off of Cameron? So Shibari, and I think I know one of the models in your opener too. I think I actually spoke with her on a previous interview. Is she Magnum? I don't know. Is Mag X Num? Was she one of the performers in the beginning montage? Do you know?
If that's one of her names, I don't know.
Oh, that's right. She might.
I don't think I know any of them by any stage names. I only know them as okay.
Their. Yeah. The tattoos looked very familiar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm wondering, are you thinking about Diamante Muru, the tattoo artist?
Possibly.
Like the fully tatted gas mask?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that is one of my best friends, and Mark actually surprised me by putting her in the opening credits.
Yeah.
Amazing.
She actually lived at our artist loft at the time. So it was like kind of a perfect timing for it. And she loves the artist Shibari, and she's an amazing human and just so much fun. So it's really fun to encapsulate, your friends into a project that will live forever, right? A place, people. It's really nice.
Definitely. So so we have a group of 4 friends that, two kind of a relationship that is a little astray. We have the 2 people in here right now, and then Atticus, you're that brilliant artist. Well, no, Mark, you're the artist. Cameron's Atticus, right?
Yeah.
Confusing characters' names. That you want to bring this whole artistic, thing together. Can we talk about? We have the scripts. We know this beautiful artist Shibari actually making, I guess, this project. Let's get into the production and filming this. And I guess, have you ever been tied up before, Cameron? Like, so you heard about Shibari, but now we're going to tie you up, my friend.
No, man, I was actually like, people were like, what's the hardest part about filming? And it was kind of funny because I was like, man, I tied myself to a pole for like half the movie. So I didn't really have to like do any of the blocking, that everybody else had to do. But then like your arms start to fall asleep and your legs start to fall asleep because like you don't realize you're there for like 12 hours, so it becomes its own mental kind of strain to kind of fight against the bodily functions of just like limbs falling asleep. But it kind of lent itself to the character and the development and kind of going and rolling with what was going on. And shout out to Maya, because in that wide, she hung up in those ropes and like it's not comfortable and it's not for the faint of heart. And there's beauty amongst the pain, which is kind of the theme in the film, and I think a lot of us that had to do the tying or being tied experienced, firsthand what it was like to kind of like go through this for a moment, and taste that side of things, and it was tough,
Probably one of the
It was
most
good, but it was
challenging
tough.
acting gigs ever. Because not only
Yeah, it's
you're
definitely up
acting, you're also
there.
producing on the, you're on all facets. So yeah.
I was shouting out orders being tied up to the pole.
I
Maya,
think
how was it
every
for you?
BTS photo that I have of Cameron is in red ropes covered in red paint in his boxers. Like
Yeah.
every photo that I have of him.
I'm like, we're
Most
gonna set it over there, just
yeah.
nothing on.
Amazing. Mayara, how was it for you? You being tied up and, how did
So
that?
I was not tied up.
Okay.
So yeah, so I was like planning the shots and how things were going to work, but I really didn't have the experience of what it was like to get tied. And I think at some point I want to, and I feel like I should, just in service of this film and have the experience as well. I think it's only fair, but I don't know when that would be.
So having so many hats, both acting as well as producing and working with friends, this is a different thing. You trust in your actors. So, but also is it difficult giving a note? What was that experience like?
Yeah, I mean, I think
Working
there's a
on both
couple of
sides
things.
on
Like
this.
you have to work with people, like having Mark as a producer, having Cameron as a producer. Like you have to trust that the people you're with have your back when you are juggling so many things. And each of us were juggling, at least 15 things at once. When really all we wanted to be focusing on was like 1 to 3 of those things. So it was fortunate that whenever, let's say, Cam and I were in front of the camera, Mark was behind the camera. All of us are filmmakers, all of us are directors. So it kind of made that part easy. And then if I was in a scene with everyone, I just tried to keep some distance and not just give a note like immediately after cut was called. But for me, it's really fun. I like bouncing in and out of different roles. I feel like it's exercising different parts of my brain that I use on a daily basis anyways. So I enjoyed that aspect of it. It's probably best to ask them how that experience was, because I was on the other side of it.
Definitely. And so yeah, Mark, to you, again, dual-hatted. I think like Mayara was saying, it can help us. I think as well. I know it helped me working on both sides of a film, made me a better creative. What was it like for you? And memories from on the set of Bight.
Oh man, I mean, it went quick. It was quick and it was mighty, but filled with so much. It amazes me that somehow we had so little time and an opportunity to shoot things, but yet it still didn't feel rushed in our performances. We got to really like delve in. And I've spoke about this before, but I think when you're busy putting out fires and worried about lunch being on time and just all of these things as a producer, and then your director's like, all right, I need you to sit down now and do this scene at the dinner table. You're like, oh shit, okay, that's right, I have some dialogue here. So it's easier to relax, I think, and let go when you're not so much in your head. And when you're producing and acting like the three of us were, there's no time to really get in your head. And there's a fourth unsung hero producer that we had on set, because there were days where the three of us were really like, we had to focus. Maya had to focus on directing and had to focus on leading this movie. And there were moments where I couldn't be putting out fires, and we needed somebody that was going to make sure that we had lunch, that we were following COVID protocols and all of the things that are required on a SAG set. And we had Stephen Moffat there, our fourth producer, who really helped us like keep it together. So very, very grateful for him. But yeah, man, it's it's a whole different world when you're wearing all the hats. Indie filmmaking, I'd argue, is more exciting probably than climbing that studio ladder a little more. I feel like a little less of the magic happens then, and a little less of autonomy in your creative starts to take place. So for as difficult as it is, I would imagine it's probably still the most rewarding.
Definitely. Cameron, kind of the same question, but also, with it being a schmexy film and you all are friends, who is making each other laugh? Because, there's certain times you like, you're trying to keep your composure. I got to do the scene right. But then when did like a giggle drop? And then it kind of maybe created one too many more additional takes, maybe.
I'd say a lot of that happened. We were lucky because we got to rehearse. I think probably because of like the advent of, you know, COVID's surge, it really gave us some time to prep. And because we kind of pushed to sort of avoid what we
Yeah,
could
delayed.
avoid. And we rehearsed and rehearsed and rehearsed for like 3 months, I think. So by the time we got to set, it was, and you don't really get to do that on any film. I mean, you don't get to do that on a studio film. You kind of like show up and you're like, this is your mom. You're like, hi, how are you? And it was cool that we got to play. And I would say like a lot of the giggles came out in the beginning of like, we'd written these scenes and I've said this before as well, where I was like, I didn't think we were ever gonna film this movie. So I wrote some fucked up shit that I was like, I'm never gonna have to do this. And then you're like reading the script, you're like, wait a minute, that's my character. And now I have to do these scenes. And that horizon line sort of comes closer and finds you. And by the time we were in the going, after we had all that rehearsal, we were like guns blazing. It was nice, like kind of like Mark said, we were able to do multiple takes, not just because we had cracked up, but because we had like planned and tried some things out. So it really gave the actors, us and Maya, the space to kind of like fuck around, and pull some improv and really get a chance to kind of dial in these characters.
Awesome. Anybody else have any stories from set that
I
you
have
remember?
I have one giggle moment that stands out to me. So like Mark and I were living together, best friends for for such a long time at this point, and there's like a scene between us in the art studio, and I remember I was showing the blocking of it, right? But I have to use myself because I'm also Charlie. So I'm like, okay, so then you're gonna come over here and you're gonna drag this chair over, and then you're gonna bend me over this, and I was like, oh my God, what am I saying right now? We have to do this. We have to shoot this scene. And I just started dying laughing. And then, but I'm also like, all right, gotta get the giggles out now, because once we start rolling, you just gotta go. You gotta go for it.
Blocking rehearsing was hilarious. We were laughing all the way through it because we're like freaking siblings, we've known each other for so long. So it's just a funny situation to be on. Another moment, like I think all of the giggles came out of the intimate moments because we're all friends. Like the bedroom scene with the four of us and the flashbacks. Like I just remember Cam like walking over, he's like, "Yo, man, I got us these," and he hands me this like we'll call it a sock, but there's another word that rhymes with sock that goes in front of it. And he's like, and I was like, oh yeah, I guess we gotta kind of okay, this is all right. Let's and just like I don't yeah, it was such a funny moment that like
It
you
truly
have to
was.
laugh through it. You have to laugh through it.
Definitely brings a group of friends together. I love it.
Trauma bonding, baby.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Again, everybody, Byte is available right now. Go check it out. And let us know what you think in the comments below, and check out this interview because we're getting down with Maiara, Mark, as well as Cameron. Maiara, let's talk about this overall story. What you hope people take away from Byte. Excuse me.
Yeah, definitely. I really hope that people leave with more questions, that it's something that really sits with them. And we've been getting really good feedback in that regard. Thunder. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I'm in Rio right now, and it's like a crazy thunderstorm out there right now. But yeah, we're getting good feedback about like, oh, this movie is sitting with people. They're still thinking about it after, and I want people to question the boundaries that they have within their own relationships, how good their communication is in their relationships, what they want out of their relationships. There's such a fantasy version of what something could look like, especially when things are maybe getting stale in a relationship. But I think we don't always think about, well, what are the actual consequences, or what happens when we're actually faced with these things if we don't have good communication with our partner. So yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
Definitely. That's what I was pulling away, and why I can't wait to show this to my wife. She's big into erotica, so this film is going to be up her alley. And we're always about conversating, what our feelings are, and before things get stale. So I'm fortunate in that fact. So can't wait to share that with my wife. Cameron, for you, when you were working with Maiara to develop the scripts, what do you hope people take away, and from Atticus?
I think that amongst how chaotic and dark and twisted this story is, I think there's a lot of room for humor. And I really hope that people give themselves the permission to laugh. Like when we did our premiere and I was holding my breath waiting for like the first chuckle because I think once you see this with people, when someone laughs, it sort of gives permission to the rest of the audience to laugh, and that doesn't always happen when you're viewing it on streaming by yourself or with your friend on the couch. So I just hope that like when people are watching, they find it as funny in the moments that we found funny, as the audience that got to see this in the theater did. That's definitely something that I want people to take away. It's just, despite this being dark and asking questions, it's also like entertaining.
Definitely. All right, Mark, you're gonna get the final word up in here because you're the artist. They're following your rules as you lay it down in this. What do you have to say, and what do you hope people take away from Bight?
Man, so much. I mean, I love that it's an unapologetic movie. It's honest about topics that I think a lot of couples and relationships aren't honest about. And it gives a little more permission, I think, to step into one's sexuality. And really there's no rules when it comes to people's preferences, choices, and I think I hope that they take from the entirety of the movie the overall theme of consent and boundaries, and kind of realize that what happens when you cross certain boundaries that are put in place and the consequences that follow. And I hope that they buckle up and they sit and enjoy. This is a slow burn for a reason, right? It's a slow unwinding of very delicate fibers, I would say. So really, really sit down and enjoy the performances, the music, the storytelling, the twist at the end. Like, just really, really buckle up because it is a ride. And the erotic thriller is back, baby.
Let's go. Let's go. I love it. Beautifully shot, well acted. I kind of want to bite too. Not kind of. I definitely want to bite too. But actually, I have one more thing. I don't want to see this relationship end. Y'all are obviously great actors, great friends. But Maiara and y'all are producing together. Do we have like another project maybe in the works? Can we?
I think everyone's kind of on their own path, right? Again, we're all filmmakers, we're all writers and producers and directors. So I think we're kind of at this phase in life where we're going to go off and do our own things, and who knows where that leads. But I've said this before and I'll say it again. I'm super stoked to see what everyone makes next.
Hell yeah. I second that.
Let's go. I'm excited to see what y'all are going to do. But if we can also get a bite too and all that, hey, let's put it in the comments below. Let's make Maiara, Mark, and Cameron come back together again, and also support their individuals.
Bite too, dude.
You want to bite too, and we'll come back for Bite too.
Okay, we got that. Thank you, Mark.
But you got to give us more. You got to give us more money to make it, so we're not stressing the fuck out for 5 years straight.
I feel that to my soul.
Amen.
Right there. That one.
Amen.
Well, y'all are amazing. Thank you all for your time. Please come back as these other projects drop so I can throw some virtual flowers at you and support my fellow creatives.
100%, really man. Thanks for having us, dude.
Thank you, KUYA.
Appreciate you, man.
Definitely. Everybody, that is Maiara Walsh, Cameron Cowperthwaite, and Mark Hapka. Go check out Bight, available right now. It's your boy KUYA P. Nerds rule the world.
Thank you, brother.
Peace.
All right, there's a cut, y'all. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. I've heard about you too, but I didn't know that nerds rule the world. But that's kind of cool.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world.
Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Awesome. KUYA P, nerds rule the world. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
Nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like Nerds Rule the World. Like, I want more Black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
And I love what you do, and I love nerds, and you know, I think we're all nerds at heart. But anyway,
Thank you, nerds rule.
Love it.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julian.
Yes,
Rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
We're just the best.
Yes. Nerds do rule the world. I agree.
We do.
I agree.
We're awesome, aren't we?
Thank you, ladies.
Nerds so much.
Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
And nerds really do rule the world.
Thank you, sir. It's your boy KUYA P, nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
do. They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Love you, nerds, dude. Get it.
Well, I was good until I saw that this is Nerds Rule the World. So are we talking about like everybody you interview is a nerd, right?
Oh, it's a legal requirement. It is.
It's a legal requirement.
Yeah.
Or are you, or the second you popped on screen, I was like, wait, are you supposed to be the queen nerd then?
I hope so. My handle is Heather is a nerd, so I am a professional at least.
Okay. But then you enter that whole question of like, well, if you're calling yourself a nerd, are you really a nerd? True nerd, would they call them? I don't know. I'm going to start going cross-eyed.
Going to psychoanalyze this a little bit.
Yeah.
Nerds do be ruling the world.
Hey, let's go. Swang Who in the building. All right, there's a cut.